In this video, I will be commenting on a reaction video from a biracial woman who came across Melanie King's channel thinking that she found another biracial woman to support. Little did she know how toxic Melanie King is, and you'll hear her unbiased opinion about Melanie King since she had never heard of her or the manosphere. But she soon found out how absurd Melanie King's advice really is. And I would even say that Melanie King is even more dangerous than Kevin Samuels.
So I came across this woman named Melanie King. I've never heard of her before, never seen her videos, but a very interesting video popped up of hers. And when I first saw her, I thought, oh, she's kind of cute. Is she mixed of some kind? Can I promote her? Now, last week she had around 79,000 followers and now she's got 84. She certainly doesn't need a plug from me and my 62 subs, but that's not the point, right? Women supporting women. I didn't know if she was mixed. I thought it could be something fun. Maybe she had content I could react to. But upon watching the video, I was kind of repulsed. Her personality is such a turnoff to me. But what was worse was when I went scrolling through her content, I came across this ridiculous short. You guys, I cannot believe there's a woman out there saying this backwards, ridiculous stuff to other women. I'm going to be doing 2 videos on her. The first one we're doing now is on this short, and I have seen this short. It's only about a minute. It's titled Why the 90-Day Rule Doesn't Work. And she said she has a big video that goes along with it. So I'm really hoping that her big video will redeem her in some aspect, because this short video is absolutely sickening for a woman to say to another woman. So let's watch the short and then let's go find the big video, and I'm gonna have a reaction to it. And next week I'm going to do the original video I wanted to do a reaction to. This woman is something else.
What this woman is witnessing is a sudden burst of subscribers of mainly black men with their tongues out and wallets open, ready and willing to support Melanie King. First, because she's not black, and second, because she's a graduate of Kevin Samuels Academy. This woman probably doesn't know who Kevin Samuels is, so she's going to give an honest, unbiased opinion of the dangerous message Melanie King is spewing to her followers, who, by the way, are mostly black men, and that is why Melanie King's sub count grew so fast in such a short time. And Melanie King knows she wouldn't last a minute spewing this rhetoric to white men. That's why she made her way over here, over to the black community, after her husband divorced her.
So here is a bonus reason as to why the 90-day rule doesn't work. If you want to see the full breakdown where I give 5 different reasons why it doesn't, make sure you check out my channel, Melanie King Official. The video is right there now. But this is going to be a bonus reason, and it stings a man's ego and his pride. It is basically telling a man for 90 days to be sexually rejected by a woman.
Oh my God. Did you just say a woman waiting an appropriate, not too long, but a decent amount of time to determine whether the relationship is going to work, to determine whether they actually get along, to determine if the chemistry is there, to protect her body and get to know his intentions and for him to see hers, that is a form of sexual rejection, and that she should compromise herself because of his ego?
Take note that Melanie King didn't take this BS to the white community because they're not having it. The men over there will see her as just another biracial woman, whereas black men see her as something special because she has white skin, even though what she's saying is pure trash. The woman giving commentary is trying to make sense of Melanie King's ridiculous message, but what she doesn't know is that Melanie King's main purpose is to say whatever these black men want to hear for likes and views, just like Kevin Samuels did. We know this because she admits that most of her subscribers are men, but she's directing this message to women because this is what men want to hear.
This is disgusting.
without any communication about it. Because the rule says,
Wait, what do you mean without any communication about it? She's being presumptuous that a woman wouldn't communicate to her boyfriend, hey, I don't want to jump in the bed too soon. I just want to see how things go. Or whatever she might say. She's being presumptuous that any woman would just not communicate anything along the way. This isn't looking good, Melanie.
not to tell him that you are going to be doing this.
Waiting to get to know a man before you jump into bed with him is waiting until you, as a woman, are ready to be intimate with him. And since this is her advice to women, we can only assume that this is how she navigates her dating life. Just giving it up to any man who takes her on a date. But keep that absurd advice to yourself. Also, since this is the advice Melanie King gives to women, then will this be the same advice that she gives to her daughters when they're old enough to date? Is she going to tell her daughters that they should sleep with a man early so that his ego won't be hurt?
So he can be whining and dining you and paying for dates and
Courting you? He could be courting the girl? And that makes him entitled to her body? This woman is sick. Look at her face. Like, this isn't normal. This woman, I'm sorry. I feel a little bit of repugnance for her right now. I'm actually stunned. I don't know how she's going to redeem herself in the big video, but let's continue on with this.
he's not getting that sexual attraction. He's not feeling it. Because that's how a lot of times men feel a woman is attracted.
This woman is insane. In fact, a lot of really successful men, a lot of naturally alpha men, a lot of men don't want to have sex that early when they're truly interested in a woman. A lot of guys will say, I wish she hadn't have done that. A lot of guys will say, resist me. This woman is in the world of betas, maybe. I don't even know. I'm like so stunned at the things she's saying. She's being very presumptuous and she's being really detrimental to other women.
To him. And it's also how a lot of men feel love and feel emotions.
No, men don't feel love and emotion from sex. You can provide nurturing and femininity and softness, and it does come from other places than between your legs, Melanie. Oh my God.
And when you reject him like that and he doesn't...
No, waiting to get to know someone is not called rejection, Melanie. What is wrong with this woman?
know why, his feelings are going to fade and you're going to...
No, his feelings are not going to fade. When a man conquers something too soon, oftentimes that will ruin his feelings.
Assuming he's a bad boy when it was really manipulation.
Melanie King is insane, but based on her advice, I guess it's safe to say that she's probably stacked up more than a few bodies since her husband divorced her, and her mentality says a lot about who she is as a person. And it's clear that she couldn't keep her husband happy, so how is she now giving advice to other women on how to keep a man happy? This woman hit it on the head. Beta men. And Kevin Samuels was the head beta, and this is where Melanie King started. Kevin Samuels, in all his effeminate nature, couldn't get the girl in high school, so he passed on the message that women should make themselves available for sex on the first date. This way, these beta men won't be rejected. So Melanie King repays her date in sex so that he doesn't feel rejected? What do you call that type of behavior? Melanie King's advice is actually that of an insecure woman. Give a man sex so he'll like you? She's 40 years old, and you would think she would have more common sense than this. But my question is, why didn't she concentrate her message to the white community? After all, she looks white. She was raised by a white mother and grew up with white privilege. She came to the black community because she knows that black men will gas her up and make her feel special after her husband left her. I hope her husband knows that her advice to her girls will be to have sex with a man if he pays for the date, so that she can protect his ego. Melanie King is sick and sad. and so are the men who listen to her.